Last week, Pittsburgh Steelers CB Jalen Ramsey hinted that he would wear number 5 with his new team, the same number he wore with the Miami Dolphins. The team made it official today. Ramsey is listed as number 5 on the team's website, and the official Steelers Twitter account posted a picture of Ramsey in the number 5 with the caption, "Digit drop." Cameron Johnston is still listed as wearing number 5 for the Steelers, but since he and Ramsey don't play on the same side of the ball, they can share a number through training camp. CB Sean Jamison also previously wore number 5 for the Steelers, but his number has been changed to number 17. Jalen Ramsey began his career wearing number 20, which he did throughout his entire tenure in Jacksonville and after the Los Angeles Rams first acquired him. He switched to number 5 during the 2021 season, and he's donned it ever since. Number 5 has been a number worn by multiple quarterbacks in Pittsburgh, including Joshua Dobbs, Bruce Gradkowski, and Terry Hanratty. It's also been worn by multiple special teamers, including Johnston, Paul Ernster for 3 games with the Steelers in 2008, David Trout in 1987, and Craig Colquitt. Ramsey will be the first primary defensive player to wear number 5 in a Steelers uniform. Jonnu Smith, who was acquired along with Ramsey in the Minkah Fitzpatrick trade, is still listed on the Steelers roster without number. Smith wore number 9 with the Dolphins, but that belongs to Chris Boswell, so Smith may need to find a new number. Johnston will also eventually need to switch his number. He's previously worn number 1 and number 11 in his career, and while number 1 remains open, it's not a number the Steelers issue. Brandon Johnson currently wears number 11. It's not a surprise that Ramsey is wearing number 5, especially after his post last week strongly hinted that would be the case. It's notable that he's a defensive player wearing a single-digit number, joining LB Patrick Queen, number 6, as the only 2 players on Pittsburgh's defense to rock single digits. It's pretty cool that he'll be the first primary defender to wear number 5, and hopefully he plays well for Pittsburgh and makes the number synonymous with his name. He may not be a sleeper, but there's plenty of reasons to root for Pittsburgh Steelers rookie defensive lineman Derek Harmon this year. On the field, he faces high expectations and will be counted on to play hundreds of snaps. Off the field, he's gone through the highest highs and lowest lows of his life. Harmon made NFL.com's list of the number 1 Steeler to root for this season. "I'm already in awe of Harmon's strength," Kevin Patra wrote Thursday. His mother, Tiffany Sane, died shortly after the Steelers drafted him in round 1 on the night of April 24th. Sane, who had endured multiple brain surgeries and a stroke in recent years, was in the hospital on life support prior to her passing. It's hard to imagine trying to balance such a range of emotions that Harmon must have felt and might continue to feel while embarking on a pro career in the wake of such a tremendous loss. It seems like he's done a remarkable job of going about his business, though. Steelers defensive line coach Carl Dunbar has already referred to Harmon as a starter this summer. Tiffany Sane battled health problems throughout Harmon's life, and it was one key reason why the Detroit native stayed close to home and played for Michigan State. After 3 years with the Spartans, he made the admittedly difficult decision to leave home and transfer to Oregon. It proved to be the right move for his football career. Harmon broke out in a big way, playing his way into becoming Pittsburgh's first-round selection. A celebratory moment came with heartache. Hours after becoming the Steelers' pick, Harmon's mother passed away. Moments captured in his draft documentary, Harmon's credited the Steelers for supporting him during the days and weeks that followed. During OTAs and minicamp, Harmon wasted no time cracking the starting rotation. As Patra notes, D-line coach Carl Dunbar essentially anointed him a starter even if Mike Tomlin played more coy. Cam Hayward and Keanu Benton figured to still be the team's top 2 linemen in sub-packages, but Harmon will see plenty of rotational snaps. He should also start in Pittsburgh's base packages. "I'm not the only one who sees the makings of a special player in Harmon," Patra concluded. Pittsburgh is hoping for the same. The Steelers need youth and impact along the defensive line. The unit, along with the rest of the defense, looked tired by the end of last season. Hayward is 36, and his snaps are managed more carefully than ever. A strong season up front unlocks athletic linebackers Patrick Queen and Peyton Wilson to make plays. And a better run defense means a more potent pass rush. Strength is the right word to use for Harmon. Strength on the field to bully offensive linemen. Strength off it to endure a painful loss. All making Harmon an easy rookie to root for and apt selection on this list. We're roughly 2 weeks away from training camp, and the Pittsburgh Steelers and former Defensive Player of the Year T.J. Watt still do not have a deal in place. Watt is likely seeking a deal north of $40 million per year, which would surpass Cleveland Browns pass rusher Myles Garrett in terms of average money per year. Watt and Garrett have had an individual rivalry, as Garrett often boasts about being the best defensive player in football. As time goes on without a resolution, it could signal that Watt will end up on the trade block. Although unlikely, this ongoing game of chicken could force Omar Khan's hand if he doesn't believe the soon-to-be 31-year-old is worth a long-term extension. Over the past month, sportsbooks have become involved, as BetOnline recently updated their odds for Watt's next team if he doesn't remain in black and gold. The Philadelphia Eagles are the favorites, as they currently have 10 picks in the 2026 NFL Draft and are projected to receive 3 additional compensatory picks. As the Steelers continue to consider potentially moving up to select their next franchise quarterback, adding to their draft capital could be an intriguing option. Eagles GM Howie Roseman, much like Khan, is not afraid to be aggressive. He also has $30.8 million in cap space available and could use another playmaker on the edge after the Eagles lost edge rushers Josh Sweat and Bryce Huff in free agency and Brandon Graham to retirement. The Lions come in at a close second on the list. Aiden Hutchinson is a star pass rusher, but they have next to nothing on the opposite side of him. This is a team that's close to breaking through, and what could be the final piece of the puzzle to get them over the hump and make a Super Bowl push? Detroit has over $40 million in cap space, so a long-term contract for what wouldn't break the bank. Along with draft picks, the Lions could offer a young wide receiver like Jameson Williams, who would serve as a deep threat and a complementary option at the wide receiver position for Pittsburgh. The teams with the worst odds are the Browns, Bengals, and Ravens, a clear indicator that the Steelers won't deal with Watt within their division. What are your thoughts on this list, and what would you want back in a trade for Watt?